Hey, what is up guys? Loose for Days here from the ghetto community, and today I'm bringing you another gameplay and commentary over some college football 14 gameplay. There'll be many more to come after this. I am psyched to play more, and I'm actually getting into it as more as I should, but my friends were like, dude, why you play some more football instead of like Grand Theft Auto or something? You know, it gets kind of addicting after a while. And it's really actually something good if you have nothing else to play. It's a good thing for like concentration or something, and it really gets your mind on like different things throughout the gameplay. As today, you can see the gameplay is a little bit longer than it was the first week. That is because some games I will concentrate more on the gameplay and the stats and stuff, as shorter gameplays will be of commentaries, stories, and different updates that the ghetto community might have in the future. So, as that said, let's hop into this video. Week number 2 on the Loose for Days gameplay list. I'm as Texas A&M University playing Clemson. We're number 4, they're number 9, a top 10 mashup. What's going to happen? You know, what is the outcome of this game? Yep, you guessed it right. He rage quitted. Just like week 1, we got another rage quitter in the building. And I really don't like posting these gameplays because it doesn't show you the full gameplay, but I want to be honest about my recordings and stuff. And right once I got my equipment started up, I'm recording every single game that I play so far, and this happens to be another rage quit. So, win number 2. I'm 2-0 for online record. I think 6-5 regularly before I could have started recording. Obviously, I wish I would have started earlier, like when I first got the game, but that was unable to be accomplished. I wrote down in my notebook, which I'll write down every game after the game, some stats of rushing, passing, turnovers, and then possession of times and stuff like that, just to give you more of information about the game. If you guys look in the description of the NCAA football videos, you can see there is a long list of stuff. I know I changed it up and I updated and stuff like that, so hopefully it'll give you guys more link and more detail about the channels that we're with and stuff. But as you can see up top, it'll say like week 1 record, online record, then the outcome and stuff like that. That is the basic information box for you guys. I will be posting up that in the description every single week of football, or it's actually not even a week. I probably post it every other day, every 2 days, maybe every 3 days, or every other week. But I really want to keep this a good flow going. I do like playing college football. Hopefully you guys like watching it. I'll keep switching over more, or maybe some Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So, that will be put in the description like I said, and hopefully you guys will get into this series as I will like get into this series as well. So, anyways, as you can see, this video is kind of laggy, and the first quarter is about to end. I think I'll lead a 7-0 lead going into the first quarter, or at the end of the first quarter. No, I think I know what goes here. I think I know what goes on here. I get an interception to make the game 14-0, but Clemson intercepts a pass near the end zone. I think that's what it is. And that's when I get my first turnover. Then they take it back. It's 7-7 going into the second quarter. Then they score again, which makes it 14-7. Then it's 14-14. Then it goes back and forth to 21-21 into halftime. And that's when things start going downhill right after that. That is all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? You got people sometimes who just can't play fairly and stuff like that. From experience, I've only rage quitted one time, and that was because I had no chance. This guy was only down 2 possessions and rage quitted. That is not an excuse. What happened to me was I was playing. He was actually high ranking. His like record was like 70 some in 20. And basically, how I got there was if you look for a match online, it'll say connecting with people with 0 levels, like within my same level. Then if it can't find any, then it's with every 5 levels. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I think it was like 30 levels. This guy finally joins. I'm like, wow, this is so not going to be fair. So, and then, anyways, he turns out to be one of those players where he passes it every play. You know, the Hail Marys every play, go for 2, every touchdown. Does not even punt it on a 4th down. I think I got him like 2 4th downs the whole play, and he just passes it and gets it. And he kept turning me over. I mean, sacks, incompletes, and stuff like interceptions just got my motivation so down. He was at least up by like 5 possessions. I knew there was no hope, and I ended the game before I was about to break my TV. But I really don't get that angry that easily. So that never happened after that. I think it was actually my first game or second game like that. But I'm keeping a good record, you know, back and forth, winning, losing, winning, losing. And then, you know, obviously, I've been doing good recording-wise. So maybe doing some recordings makes my, you know, motivation higher. Gets that little oomph of doing an online video. And I come out with a win. I really don't have anything else to say right like that. So I think I might start into the stats. I will say this though. As you can see in this video, my strategy on defense is basically a blitzing of the middle linebacker and the right outside linebacker. Those are my 2 hotspot people. They're the ones that come in on the right side, the middle, and get that run halfback down. You know, easy sweeps to the left and to the right will easily be dominated by the linebackers itself. If not, the safeties will come up and make the tackle. So that's why I usually do a blitz play most of the time. But 50-50 chance. That is a 50-50 chance right there. If you know they're doing a pass play, I wouldn't blitz at all. I'm going to tell you that. If they're doing a run play to the inside or a slight sweep, that's when I would do a blitz play. But do a blitz to the outside and not the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll shake up the linemen and it'll move them as well. And then the middle linebackers can come in the middle and make that tackle. Obviously, if you're in the red zone, in the defense, I would do a wide spread. I'd make your linemen spread more wide out because they will most likely do a QB run, a sweep play, or a short pass play like they might do some cut-in plays, some slants, and stuff like that. Maybe some trick plays where the wide receiver comes around, gets the ball, and does like that. Anyways, you really don't want to blitz on those type of plays because the middle linebackers are the most important part probably in the red zone because they cover so much area, you know what I'm saying? And most of the time, the other team will probably get a score if you're not careful. But enough on defense, I think. Special teams, you know, are so-so. You just receive the ball. If it is clear that I will not make it to the 20-yard line, I will need the ball when I'm receiving. But I think every time I caught the ball on a receiving play, I think I made it to around the late 20s, early 30s, somewhere around there. And I actually made a 106-yard touchdown run, actually, too. So my dudes were doing good, and, you know, this dude was just probably had an off game and stuff like that. As I was saying, on defense, I mean, not on, oh my God, on offense, what I like to do, I kind of do shotgun plays more. It gives you more time to look at every single receiver and just tell which one is open. As you can see right here, I'm doing some draw plays that kind of mixes it up, confuses the defense actually. I usually do a draw play, then a run play in the middle. Then if it's not a third down, if it's a first down, then I'll keep doing that little mix up match. But if it's a third down play, then I'll kind of do a slant cross in the middle play, or one where they take some steps up front and then juke to the outside of the field. That usually gets some good yardage and they can jump up and catch the pass. But sometimes if you're not careful, it will be an interception as the outcome. I really don't like doing QB option plays unless it's in the red zone. You can see in here, I make one QB run play and it was a fumble. Luckily, one of the wide receiver dudes comes up and makes the play, and he actually gets a couple more yards as it is. So thank you, wide receiver, for getting that. That's why I never like to do a QB run play, because even sometimes when you slide and you get touched, the QB might drop the ball out of his hands. You know, they're not the best at running. They're probably a good pocket passer, unless you're 100% sure that they can do some run plays. They're fast. They can get to the outside of the field quickly without getting tackled to gain some yards, then go for it. But if you're unsure, they're probably a balanced or a pocket passer, which is basically they stay inside that little area behind the lineman and getting the job done. And most of the time, that is the best way to do it. You know, look at this catch right here. That is what I'm talking about. Going to the outside, make the play. He puts his 2 feet right inside the lines and makes that catch. Now, my hot spots when throwing, depending on what it is, 75 to 80% of the time, I probably press the A. As you can see there, I usually do Y or A. They're the inside receivers, the tight ends, the cut plays, the ups and overs, unless it's a Hail Mary pass, and then I just, kind of pick whatever. But your first choice to look at and to pass to is probably the insides. They will be the less guarded, depending on if the defense does a blitz play, or depending on, like you see here, he moves up and does some moving in, which will take the guard off the middle receivers and leave the outside receivers more blocked. So choose those last unless you are for certain that you will make a good play. Then that's how you do it right there. And I think that's what it is. If you're in the red zone on an offense possession, depending on what down it is, I do a couple run plays and mix it up. Like I said, on defense, you might want to watch for the blitz. If they are blitzing, you don't want to do an inside run play or an outside run play. I would play it safe and do some slants or some curl flats and make them come back to you, and there will be some quick and easy points there. Let's see what else do I want to talk about. Okay, I think now we can head on into the stats. Texas A&M really did a good job this game. I can really see the offense shine on this one. I never thought Texas A&M would do that, but their running back is a really good one, and he got me a bunch of yards and almost 2 touchdowns, I think. He got me one and I think almost a second one. So let's get into here. We were both equal at first down completions. It really didn't feel like it, but I guess it kind of was equal for the time that he did play. Rushing yards, we had just a little more rushing yards over them. He kind of focused on the long run plays. The long pass plays, which didn't quite work out, and it wasn't his best choice. I think I would have sticked with the short run, short pass strategy like I do, and guess what? It ends up in a win. So he did like the QB trick plays kind of run when he did run, which didn't usually get him yards at all. I'm just saying. Just saying. So it was a 65 yard over 43 yard in rushing yards, which is not really that bad depending on how long we played. That neither of us, really ran the ball if you looked at the stats for how long that we played. Going down to turnovers, Clemson had one more turnover than we did. Texas A&M had 2, and Clemson had 3, which basically, settled that game right there. Turnovers can really mean a lot of who's going to win in that game, even if it's a lot of turnovers, or even one could determine the winner of that game. Obviously, the 2 turnovers I had, I don't know if they resulted in touchdowns. One did, but I don't think the other one did. So I think it gave me a touchdown lead ahead. Clemson, they really didn't use their turnovers wisely at all. I think they got maybe 1 turnover that resulted in a touchdown, and I think that was it on us. Our defense, it holds them up. We hold them up, you know what I'm saying. The time of play or possession that they had each time they had the ball, they had a good 6 minutes and 29 seconds, as we had almost 6 minutes, 5 minutes and 56 seconds. And that really doesn't mean anything. It just means on how much they get the ball. And here it is. Here's the 106-yard rush right here. That is what I'm talking about. He does a couple moves. I do a couple moves to get in behind other blockers, and they think I'm going in the middle. Then I sweep out to the left and make that run. Anyways, as I was saying, when you're doing something like that, the time of possession really kind of matters. I mean, you want to have the ball most of the time. Depending on if you're winning or losing, or if it's a close game, you want that time of possession. Because let's say you're up 1 score, it's 4th quarter, in 3 minutes. You obviously know that you're going to get a touchdown. But to keep the other team from going to a touchdown, just in case if you can't hold them, you want that time of possession to hold them, to hold them back and make sure that they don't get that scoring touchdown, because that might be the one that gets them in the lead or win the game. So, depending on if you run every play or pass every play or do a mix of both, that really depends on what your time of possession is going to be and what the outcome is going to be, obviously. Run plays, depending on which type of person is playing you, run plays won't get you nowhere. I find this out as experience. I think this is the first game that I actually even attempted to run a lot of times, because it actually got me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If you don't succeed in running plays, don't keep doing them. Do some short pass plays, make the completions. Then if they feel like you're overpassing, they will get in the habit of you passing, then maybe you can get a good run or 2 out of that offense. And I think that settles up this game. I think I already told you that it ends in a disconnection. Hopefully every game that I play won't end in a disconnection. I guess it's just because I rock so hard, and they just can't handle my skill. I have been working and looking at the juke moves that you can do with your dude, and I'm like, what the heck? I'll just stick with the B, the simple juke move, and it actually gets you far because, doing right stick, drop shot, 360, A, up, B. Oh. Sorry about that. If you heard that, that was my phone. I got an email. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just keep it simple unless you're really a pro like some of these dudes here, then, take a crack at it. But, yeah, this will keep going on every day, as well as every Saturday, Luce's music and stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this little strategy commentary. I'll be doing that mostly, depending on if I don't have a story or certain commentary or update that I need to say at that time. You got you got information. You got the tips. I'll give you some tips and tricks, maybe. And what I like um, about this too is most people pick top 10 teams. And I think I said this last video, I'm not really a chooser of a top 25 team unless I have to. I used this example one time. Like, let's say Georgia State. They're the youngest college team and the newest, so I think they're the worst so far, Georgia State. So let's say your opponent, which is probably a 10-year-old who thinks number one's always the best, picks Alabama, which I'm not hating. Alabama is really a good football team. Just saying, no hating for Alabama fans. But let's say you're picking Georgia State against Alabama. Everybody knows that outcome. You know that outcome. They know that outcome, and they're just going to keep piling points on you. So I like to keep it in the mid top 25s, depending on what they are. This one I decided to go ham. I'm going in Texas A&M. I knew they had a good running strategy, and I didn't think Clemson could pull it off, which I was right. But basically, I like to do TC. What the heck? Sorry about that, guys. But basically, I probably do top 25 teams like TCU. Maybe not even ranked teams, but good ones like Washington Huskies. They're like overall 90, and they're actually better than some ranked teams that I know on NCAA. So depending on what you want to do is what you want to do. But I think, just free, when you play football, you don't want to be stressed out the whole time. If you make one interception, don't worry about it. You will have another chance at offense unless it's 4th down and 10 seconds left, And maybe you do then still, but you will have another chance. Put it off your back, I'm sure in real life, if you get an interception, you can't just quit the game and take that back. Obviously. You just got to get that past your mind and go on. There will be another possession. And let me scoot this down. So anyways, I think there's like 5 minutes left in this game, and I really don't have anything else to say. But yeah, 2-0 so far in the online recordings. Hope to see you guys next time. This has been Loose for Days with Zach from the Ghetto Community, and I'm out. Peace.
Gives it right side. He's out to the 30. He's pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. First down. From their own 31-yard line. First down.
Yeah, the defense looks a little sluggish there, and they can do better than that.
That makes it 1st and 10. Tries to fit it in there, and it'll be intercepted. And he is drilled at the 40-yard line. Not a good decision there. Why did he even throw that pass?
Well, it's a good job by the corner of sitting back and reading the quarterback's eyes. Good job of disguising coverage as well.
From their own 40-yard line, it's first down. Finds his man. First down. He's taken down at about the 35. It's the tailback, and he tackles him hard at the 35. No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the 35-yard line, it's 2nd down. Handoff on the draw. He makes his way out to about the 25. That'll move the chains for another Texas A&M. First down. has some room. He scores. What a play.
I can guarantee you'll be seeing that one in the highlight reels. What a great, great run. A real display of all the tools that he brings to the table.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. And he just got drilled. Offense comes back out looking to improve from their last effort.
The last possession didn't go in the favor for this offense. I'd expect to see them come out and be a little bit more conservative with some safe play calling in order to avoid another bad result. Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
Tackled for a loss.
The defense had that one called perfectly. That's a big play on that loss.
It's third down, 14 to go. Ball on their own 17. He airs it out.
Smart, heady play by that defender. That was solid, fundamental pass defense.
Quick throw, almost intercepted. The offense couldn't convert, and that's going to cost them a possession. They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He scrambled. There he goes. Fumble. And now it's recovered by the receiver. And he's tackled around the 6-yard line. First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Texas A&M.